Hey everyone, what's up? Keanu Numari here. If you're new to Creative or just getting started in Creative, you're in the right place. Today I have a short tutorial on how to choose the right island to get started with your Creative build. In the Creative Hub, you're going to go to the Golden Portal, which is for your maps. Then you're going to use the console and click Create New in the upper right hand corner. As you can see, there's a lot of islands to choose from, and the one you choose will depend on what kind of map you want to create. If you're going to need swimmable water in your map, you're going to choose one of the maps that already has lakes, rivers, or ocean and build around the water and terrain. As of right now, this is the only way to get swimmable water in your map. Here you can see an example of a map I've created with swimmable water. This island had 3 different lakes to choose from, and I built my map around the lake I liked the shape and size of. Using a map like this that already has terrain can present some issues. As you can see here, I needed a flat area for streets and buildings, so I had to build a flat area myself up above the terrain. This means when players go to build, the walls and ramps they place don't start at the street level, but below the street level, which can be frustrating to have to remember to place a wall below the street first before placing one at the level you need to protect you in a fight. I also had to deal with mountains in this map. I didn't want players to see the mountains, only city buildings, so I had to hide the mountains with buildings and limit how high players could go so they could only see what I wanted them to see, which is a sprawling city. If you'll be building your own terrain or don't want to have to build around pre-made terrain, you'll want to choose one of the grid islands. There are different sizes of grid islands to choose from. Grid islands are flat and have nothing on them, so you'll be creating everything yourself. Here you can see I've made my own terrain and play area with terrain and nature pieces. I have a tutorial about how to make your own terrain and another on how to work with water, which will be linked in the description. There are also some specialty island types that give you easy pre-made canyons, a volcano, snowy landscapes, and even a reflective black glass island. I like using many of these specialty islands because the terrain is already made. For instance, it's easier to use the caldera island than making a huge volcano yourself. As an example, here's a map I've made on the Caldera Island. The lava does damage to players who touch it, and because the volcano came ready-made, I was able to spend my time focusing on world building and game mechanics. When you're choosing an island to make your creative map, you need to keep in mind that the XL islands use a different memory system, which we'll be covering in a video on how to save memory when building your creative map. As another example, I used one of the arid islands with a canyon. This canyon was made far better than I felt I could have made by myself at the time. I took advantage of the shape of the canyon and landscape to create an interesting play area, and again was able to spend my time world building and focusing on game mechanics rather than building terrain. Maps with terrain like this are large, and you don't have to fill up the entire map. Just use the area that you need and that best suits your game. You can put up barriers to keep players out of the empty spaces if you need to. That's it for today's tutorial. Keep an eye out for our upcoming tutorial on space management and saving memory when building in Creative. Don't forget to check out our tutorials on creating your own terrain and working with water. If this video helped you, please drop a like. It helps more than you know. Follow for more creative tutorials and let me know in a comment if there's a tutorial you'd like to see me make.